welcome revolutionaries to another video. And this one is kind of an interesting one because we're all on summer break, and I've been getting messages from like the students, some like teachers, thinking about like what are my next steps, especially pertaining to that school, since we have like 2 months before school starts. But I just want to answer those questions. I will continue to make videos because, like my teacher friend, this is also my first year teaching. And he told me he never experienced any school like this in his life. When he was in high school, when he was in elementary school, when he did student teaching, when he did substituting, he never seen a school like this before. And this school shouldn't be doing this. This school should not be allowed to continue doing this. And many of you students have been like contacting me saying, should I stay in this school like for the upcoming year? And let me tell you what I think you should do. No, leave. You want to minimize the damage to your education as much as possible. Now, you guys have the concern like, oh, I'm about to be a senior and like it's too late for me to leave. Then although that is true, staying there as a senior is not going to help you. The best help you could get is transferring when you can, because you're trying to learn as much as possible before you go to college, because that school isn't going to prepare for college. If you guys stay there, if you do decide to stay there, you're going to have to learn a lot by yourself. And I'm not even saying because I'm not saying that the teachers are bad. I'm saying that the teachers are held back like the students because the administrations do not support them. When teachers raise concern about like what's happening in the classroom, the administration does nothing. When my teacher friend kept making reports to the administration, not once did the administration address the class or hold any of those students accountable. And if they tried to, it was not effective. And then they started writing like write-ups to the teachers saying that what teachers do to try to fix the classroom is ineffective. Well, what can they do if what you do, which is basically nothing, is ineffective also? Like you're supposed to back up the teachers, and you don't. You put everything on the teachers, and then when the teachers ask for help, you don't help them out. And the students hurt. The students are hurt from this. And it's not right. And this is going to continue happening until you make a difference, make a change. So please, students, please, parents, take your students off of that school. Take them out of that school, because the damage is almost irreversible if you keep them in there. And one thing that my teacher friend told me is that when he got that job, when he started going into work, he never felt like that was a real school. He felt like he had to pretend to be a teacher. He felt like he had to pretend to teach because it was never structured like a real school. They had no curriculum laid out. He had to come up with all himself. Not to say his curriculum wasn't good or not, but there was just no structure. And then for like the departments, they had the administrators, like the leaders, the head of the departments, when the administrators know nothing of the subjects. You had a Spanish teacher be the head of like the music department. Like, how is he gonna know what to teach in music if he never like experienced it? It doesn't make sense. And that's the thing about this school. They don't know what they're doing. And when my teacher friend was there, he kept raising concerns like, why don't you guys look at what other schools are doing, other competitive schools, and do what they do? But they never did. And they could continue to not do this. So they're in their own world. They're in their own world thinking that what they're doing is okay, and it's not. Because all they care about is if they get their paychecks. And that teacher has so much pride in the students, so much pride in his subject, that he wasn't willing to fall in their system. And he always questioned, like, why do you do this? Why do you do that? And the administration never listened. And they're going to continue doing that because they get paid regardless. They get paid if they sit there. They get paid if the students don't learn, because that's all they care about, money, and you got to remove them. So that's my thoughts. Leave while you still can, and spread this video around to any future students, any future teachers going to that school, because they need to see this. Because that guy was a former teacher, and these are the words from that former teacher. That school does not want to hear the truth. They try to silence us. Like, don't you want to hear the point of view of teachers, of students? No, they don't. Because they're stuck in their own little world. So, let's keep the movement alive, revolutionaries, and see you in another video.